Hey, welcome back to Java with Jeff. I've got my beverage today. I've got my Bible, and I want to tell you something that might be a reminder for you or maybe brand new. But I'm going to give you a statement that is loaded with a lot of meaning that I'm going to share. Here's the statement. God's world shows off God's works so that we'll search after God's word. Let me say that again. God's world shows off God's works so that we will search after God's word. Paul, who wrote half of the New Testament, the second half of the Bible, said this in the letter to the Romans, to Rome. He said in chapter 1, verse 20, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his internal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse." Paul is saying that when you see the sun and the moon and the stars and the trees and the oceans and the streams and even people, that ought to cause you to say, wow, this world is creative. Somebody had to have been behind it being so creative and so diverse and so strange, from an ant to a giraffe. You ought to be asking the question of, how did this get here and why is it even here? Why is there an ocean? Why is there a sky? Why are there stars? Why is there all these animals across the whole globe? Why is the climate different? Why is it warmer here and colder here? And why did all that get there? It should all point for you towards a creative, personal, loving God who wants a relationship with you. That's why he would send his very own son to earth on a rescue mission for our souls. So the next time that you look out the window, or you go on a walk and you look at the mountains, if you have mountains where you live, or streams, or water sources, or green grass, or trees, when you look at all that, you ought to be asking the question, like, where did it come from? And it all points to a personal, loving God. And that ought to cause you to rejoice, to worship, not creation, but the Creator who made it all. I hope that's really encouraging to you today. It's obvious God is saying now people are without excuse because I have put myself on display in creation so that people will seek after me and find me, is what God says. So I pray that you'll seek after him and find him today. Be encouraged today, and we'll see you real soon.